And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful Corona-free day. Today is Friday, August the 26th at 3:31 in the afternoon. How are you doing? So, winning the war. What do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. You know, I make it a point in my life, in my existence, in my everything. And it's, in a lot of ways, it's been my life story, where I might not always win the battle, but I always win the war. Now, digging deeper into what I mean by that, here's the thing. I feel like throughout my life, whenever there's like opportunities, I seem to almost always consistently miss them. But winning all of these small victories in life, whatever they may be, whatever may apply to you, okay? But just speaking for me, for example, okay? I always seem to either, it's not that I won't try it, it's not that I won't pursue it, but I won't get that opportunity, or something won't happen with these smaller opportunities. But all of those consistent battles that I go through, no matter what it is, okay, I always seem to win the war, the big battle, the battle of battles, okay? So just to give you an example to understand what I'm saying, take comedy, right? I consistently am not booked to the frequency that I would want, okay? But I seem to always make the biggest shows. Now, if you look at benchmarks as far as things that matter and things that don't, the little things do matter. But of course, I feel like I consistently build off the bigger opportunities and consistently miss, for one reason or another, the smaller ones. So, in hindsight, I'm always progressing, I'm always moving forward, and I'm always trying to get on every small thing that I can do as far as comedy goes, or whatever the circumstance may be. And I don't get it. For one reason or another, I don't get it, okay? But the big ones, I always get. The ones that really matter, not the ones that come once a week, not the ones, you see, there's things called breaks in life, and I seem to consistently ride the big breaks and get the big breaks and ride those big waves, and they take me from my next place to even a higher next place. My point is this: winning the small little battles is great. It's great for experience, it's great for practice, and it prepares you for the war. But you gotta always keep fighting for whatever you're pursuing in life. And I'm not trying to be motivational, but I am. I mean, I am being motivational just through the essence of what I'm saying, but I'm also just talking out loud. So I'm doing two things at once. And mainly, I'm actually just talking about myself, because getting on all these small opportunities, continuing not to getting on them, okay? Regardless of whatever the circumstance may be, I'm always moving forward. And I'm always improvising, and I'm creating, I'm making opportunities, I'm coming up with new material, I'm always getting better. And you can too. But just remember, if you don't make the small ones, you can always make the big one, okay? It's no different than an actual war, okay? Your life is a war. And you may have days that don't go as planned, weeks, etc. But those big moments that amount to the next big event, I truly believe that by you continuing to pursue who you are at your truth, at your core, your true being, you will always, always rise above, okay? And get to that next stage and get to that next level. Those battles will not take you to that next step. Those battles, it's just, think of it as like experience and training. But you always gotta be looking for those bigger opportunities, those bigger moments. Okay? Now, I think that's really important, because even as in war, it doesn't matter if you don't win every single battle. At the end of the day, it just comes down, did you win the whole war? Did you win everything? Is it over? Okay? America, for example, got smashed in a lot of battles by Nazi Germany, but won the war. Okay? Civil War in America, Revolutionary War. You can continue to get your ass handed to you day after day in some shitty job, some fat body, unathletic, people are lying to you, saying you look great, just trying to be moral and stuff like that when you're unhealthy. You could have a shitty personality, bad teeth. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times, okay, even in essence you've heard this, somebody may put you down or try to get you down. It only matters how many times you get back up. But one of those times, you're going to get back up and you're going to fight back. You see, there's a difference between having a neutral position in life and fighting. And that's what I'm talking about now. Okay? I'm talking about all of those small wins. They accumulate, but they don't add up to something bigger. Those big opportunities, if you continue to win every single amateur fight on some sort of a fighting circuit or basketball team or whatever it is the case, but when the scouts come out and the lights come on and it's the big show, that's when you need to succeed. Because if you've only been 50% when people are at these lower opportunities, you need to show them what 100% is. And when those bigger opportunities come up, that's when your performance needs to go even higher. And I'm saying that passionately because it's not just something that I believe in, but I live by. And it's because of that belief that I, and I know you can too, can consistently win the war. Regardless of you winning whatever battles, you show up, you fight. You show up, you fight. Okay? But when it comes to those big opportunities, that's when you give it more than everything. That's what matters most. Okay? So don't fool yourself thinking that all these small things are unimportant, because they aren't. They are important. But also don't get it twisted. You can skip in life missing these big opportunities because you're just going to stay on those low waves like you're a professional surfer that doesn't ever hit like the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? Those big, giant crashing waves. You want to get recognition. You want to move forward in your life and your passion, your truth, or whatever you might be. You got to take big opportunities. And when you're given those big opportunities, that's when you got to shine the most. That's when you got to shine the most. So anyway, feeling hot, feeling passionate, being right about this situation, I'm going to leave it to you like this. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I say these things so that you can get to know me better as a comedian and a person and a warrior. Okay? I am the things that I am. I am a soldier and I am an artist. I'm a comedian. Okay? And nowhere in life does it say that you can't have more than one shade to you, more than one color, more than one aspect. Okay? People are extremely complex, diverse, emotions in every direction kind of people. And it's from this show that I do now, from what you're hearing, either audio or you're watching via video, okay, that you not just get to know me off the stage of comedy, but you also get to know as far as like how I think and my personality is. So if you do see me outside, and my channel is growing, not as much honestly on YouTube, but through audio, 110%, it's always growing on every platform. Alexa and iTunes and all that stuff, whatever. I'm on it all. But my point is this. I do this not just for you, but I do it for me. Because the truth of being able to express yourself and having it be true is like a muscle. Okay? And in comedy, you have to be truthful. And for you to get to know me, I have to be telling the truth. And that's all I'm doing now. And maybe, just maybe, something that I'm saying, or maybe even more than one thing that I'm saying, can take you to that next level. And if I do, that's great. But at the very least, you got to know me a little bit more, how I think about, and when I'm on stage or off stage, how and why I make the decisions that I make. So with that being mentioned, I love you all. Thank you very much for your time. Remember, you don't always have to win the war, but you got to show up to the battles, though. Oh, excuse me, I said that incorrect. You don't always have to win the battles. Okay? But you have to show up to them. And when the war comes, triumph. Okay? Hold nothing back and just shine through and defeat and win and push and win and win. So with that being mentioned, win the war. I'm Benja Welldone. See you later. Have a beautiful day. I'm out. Peace.